Hey everybody, I wanted to briefly issue a correction and an apology to my trans and non-binary homies, because in my previous video I was responding to a content creator who was trying to rhetorically demonize non-binary folks. And as part of their rhetoric, they wondered aloud why, for instance, a trans woman doesn't just use she, her pronouns, but insists on using they, them pronouns. And in response, I said it's because they're not necessarily transgender, and that transgender and non-binary are not the same thing. And what I was trying to emphasize there was the fact that these are not just two different names for the exact same category, that there is distinction between the way they're conceptualized. However, I wasn't careful enough in my language, and I think in trying to emphasize the distinction, I overlooked and didn't do adequate justice to the unity of these two categories and the relationship to each other. And I had some folks reach out in comments and even privately to say, hey, these categories are still somewhat contested, but for the most part, non-binary is recognized as operating under the umbrella of transgender, and so it would be more helpful to not overlook that unity and that relationship of the two categories. And so last thing I want to do is presume to speak on behalf of other groups. So I apologize for not being careful enough in my language. I will make sure that I get better educated on these issues before I speak on them again. And I appreciate everybody who has reached out and has corrected me. That is necessary in order to keep me honest, in order to make sure I'm staying up to date on issues that don't fall within my academic specialization. And so I am in need of and appreciate correction wherever I happen to go wrong there. So thank you very much to everybody. Again, I apologize to my trans and non-binary homies, and I will do better in the future. Thanks, everybody.